of late. Did you tell him?
No, I didn't tell him anything yet. You tell him.
Good news, you're just in time to find out about our latest big adventure. We are driving the Pacific Coast Highway.
So we are currently in Malibu, California, and we are going to drive all the way to Northern California following the coastline.
We left our friend's house, spent the night in Malibu at the Malibu RV Park, which this is really hard to explain.
This is my money flying.
Yeah, so it's probably one of the most expensive RV parks we've ever stayed at.
Other than Disney.
Other than Disney. But look at these views. These views are phenomenal.
Yeah, so we're paying for the $1 million view, and that's why we're only staying one night. So we got here to Malibu a little bit late in the day, and obviously if you've been watching our videos for any amount of time, you know we love food, so that was the very first thing on our minds.
Right within walking distance is a little seafood shack called Malibu Seafood. Super fresh seafood, it's caught daily. That place was amazing. We ordered steamed shrimp, clams,
some salads to go with it, you know, because we gotta get our veggies in.
But it was absolutely delicious, and of course, being in walking distance, I mean, how could we resist? Now, nothing left to do but to explore the Boo. Was that terrible?
Kind of.
Yeah. Let's go explore Malibu.
Obviously you cannot come to Malibu or Southern California and not check out the beaches. So we are starting off our morning. We're going to check out a few of the beaches here around Malibu, and we're currently at El Pescador, and it's a state park beach, and it's actually really cool. It's a really rocky beach. You can actually see where all these rocks are, and there are like little tide pools where you can check out stuff. Unfortunately the tide's coming in, so they're kind of a little full of water right now. And then there's like all these clams. I guess they're not razor clams, but they're like a mussel or a clam. I'm not sure which one. But they're really cool. They're like covered in the rocks here. It's a beautiful beach. And there's also tons of birds flying around that you can kind of check out. Jeds flying around. I don't, if you have any suggestions of what I can do with them, you just let me know. Okay.
Yar, me treasure be in the sea cave.
You guys, like, Malibu has some amazingly beautiful beaches, so you can have a big flat beach if you want, but we are currently at El Matador Beach, and this place is absolutely beautiful.
It's really stunning. The rock formations here, we're actually in like a little, I'm not gonna call it a cave, but it's like an indentation.
A sea cave, yar.
Yar, sea cave. No, but it's really cool, literally and figuratively, because it's pretty hot out in the sun, but this is like a nice place to just kind of hang out and watch the water.
And there's also some like little arches and stuff where the water's like cut away at some of the rocks. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous beach. Highly suggest you come here if you're in the area. Pro
tip, each beach that you come to here in Malibu, well, I guess in California, they charge a $10 fee.
Well, I think it varies from park to park, but the two we've been to so far is a $10 fee.
But you can get an annual pass for day use. We didn't do that because
we're not smart sometimes.
Sometimes.
We might have to look for one since we're going to be on all the way up California and stopping at a lot of state parks. Do that in advance. Don't be us.
Just to show everybody that we don't eat out all the time, the official chef of the Blue Ghost, Sandy, what is for lunch?
We are having chicken salad sandwiches on fresh homemade bread that Kelly made for us.
So this chicken is stolen.
It's not stolen chicken. Like when we went to do our Walmart pickup, they gave it to us and it wasn't supposed to be ours, and we were already gone, so we weren't going to turn around and take it back. So we have chicken.
This is a really beautiful drive. As we're driving along, we actually saw Cal Fire. They're actually practicing for wildfire season because unfortunately California does like to catch on fire. These brave men and women they're in full gear going up the sand dune. It's super impressive. Thanks guys for keeping us safe.
So the views for this trip have just not been as awesome as I thought they were going to be. They're even better.
So tonight's spot, we are in Ventura, California. at the Rincon Beach Parkway. So you can see there is a ton of people here. It's like, what do we pay, like $50 a night? There's no hookups. I saw some dumpsters and some porta potties, but you can't get any closer to the beach. And behind me, you can even see the Channel Islands. That is awesome. I mean, this guys, this is why we live in a van. Good morning. We left our little cozy little spot by the beach, which was absolutely incredible. Sat in some traffic and due to a traffic accident, and it's really foggy today.
So we made our way to Carpinteria.
Did I say something funny? Do I amuse you?
Yeah, you do. We made our way to Carpinteria, and we weren't really planning on doing much here, but as we were driving by, we noticed that they have a seal rookery.
A seal rookery. That's where seals. Rook. Sandy, this is a family channel. So on the off chance, I actually brought the camera because, as we all know, if you've watched this channel for any period of time, anytime I pull out the camera, all wildlife disappears. But we did manage to see a squirrel.
We saw more than a squirrel. We saw seals.
So if you look down towards the water, you can see all these guys laying about, kind of swimming around, living their best seal life.
Yes, they are. They are.
So we made it back to the van. It's only like, what, a 10-minute walk down to the seal rookery?
Yeah, about 10 minutes all the way down. But the cool thing is you go through this really nice, what was it called?
It's the Carpenteria Bluffs Nature Preserve.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful, beautiful area. It's up on this bluff, obviously, and you can see over the water, people out there hiking and biking, and so just a nice area to get out, especially if you're stuck in traffic like we were, to just get out and stretch your legs and not be sitting there for a bit.
Oh, and guess what we found? I know earlier in the video we talked about getting a Parks Pass for California, and guess what?
We found one!
Yay!
Yay! So now we don't have to pay every single park.
So actually the Carpenteria Nature Bluffs Preserve was free to park there. And
yes, it's not a state park.
No, so they may have other parking areas that are closer to the rookery. I don't know.
We got our state park. We ended up paying, at the time of this video, it was for this, the California Explorer annual pass. I think they have other different passes, but this was the only one that they had at the park that we stopped at, and it was $195. But it's good for an entire year and good at all the parks except for OHV parks, I believe.
So if you're planning on doing off-road, and there's an additional decal, I believe, that you have to purchase as well.
Yeah. So now this hopefully will end up saving us money on this trip because we do plan on stopping at a lot of state parks.
On the next episode of Wonderful Revolution, our Pacific Coast Highway adventure continues.
Our next stop is beautiful Santa Barbara, California. So be sure to show us a little bit of love by hitting that like button. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss this adventure, and we'll see you next time. And until then, stay wonderful.
Call it a day.